Mick Dizzle Gaming coming at you. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you're doing well today. After over a decade of stop and start development, Stalker 2 has finally been released. In today's video, I'm going to go over my thoughts after playing it on Stream Live for about 5 hours yesterday. I've left a link to the stream in the description if you want to check it out for yourself, and I'm going to be doing more streams on it if that's your cup of tea, so stay tuned. I'm actually loving it, and I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments about the game if you've been playing it or if you're thinking of playing it. It's been a bit of a polarizing release, with some folks even saying that it's the most unoptimized and buggy launch since Cyberpunk 2077. Now, if there's any developer I'm going to cut some slack to, it's going to be these guys. Their country's in the middle of a war. One of the developers was killed on the front lines. And from the people that have played the other Stalker games, it sounds pretty consistent with what we should expect. I can't speak for anyone else's experience, but I streamed the game yesterday for like 5 hours, and my experience was pretty damn positive. The developers of Stalker 2, GSC, did the smartest thing that I've seen a game developer do in a long time. They didn't wait days or weeks to put out that statement that we've seen so many times about broken games. They put it out the moment the game came out. And they said that Stalker 2 is a massive game, and they understand that in such a game there may still be rough edges. They haven't released anything to this scale before. They're committed to being here, looking at the feedback, and quickly fixing any issues that need their attention. In the first days after release, they're going to be working on hotfixes, rolling them out as precisely as possible but as frequently as they can, and then switching to larger updates that include constant improvements. There's also going to be free in-game content and a roadmap coming in December. They have a lot of big plans. This is important because it's such a different cycle than we usually see of a broken game getting released, and then like a week or a few days later, a statement coming out saying how they're going to address it. Smart move. They tackled this head on, and I think the community appreciated it. We've got a game that is simply ambitious, stunning, poorly optimized for consoles at this point, but it's a really special game if so many people can look past this and have an amazing time. If you're going to enjoy Stalker 2, you need to be comfortable with a level of Eurojank. If you don't know what Eurojank is, video games from Europe, especially Eastern Europe, with ambitious concept, but sometimes lack in execution, or sometimes showing unintended bugs and glitches. Some folks might find it annoying, some other folks might find it part of the game's charm. I'm personally on the latter side of things. I love seeing funny, unintended, weird shit happen, as long as it doesn't impact my gameplay experience too much. And it's really reignited that argument about unoptimized games being released. Now, this might influence someone's buying decision at an individual level, but as a whole, it's really showing us that people want cool, innovative, interesting titles, and they can put up with some bugs or some on-optimization for a little bit. With the reviews sitting at very positive, with over 12,000 of them at Steam so far, and well over 100,000 people playing it on release day on Steam. Keep in mind, this is a game that's free on Game Pass as well. If you've been playing this game, bugs, unoptimized or not, it's pretty clear that's something special. So let's talk about my experience with it. I've never played a Stalker game before, nor am I really into hardcore first-person shooter titles. One thing I noticed off the bat that I really loved is its simplistic nature, and that's not in a bad way. And when I say simplistic, the movement seems pretty grounded. You're not sliding all over the place like you would in Call of Duty. There doesn't seem to be any skill trees or anything like that, just different guns, attachments for them, and a couple other things, but nothing too crazy. Graphically, it ranges from Eurojank to absolutely stunning. The weather effects that I've seen so far have actually been out of this world. Like these storms come, and I don't know if they just come in story beats or randomly, but you need to find shelter pretty damn quick. But I could just sit and watch those storms all day. The lightning is crazy looking. Overall, taking the good with the bad, it's still pretty damn impressive. To talk about the challenge, there's 3 difficulty modes. I'm playing on Rookie, which is normal, and still pretty hard. Is it overwhelmingly hard? It doesn't seem to be so far yet, 5 hours in. I've died a number of times, but I've also learned to keep lots of bandages and stims on myself. My opinion might change on that though. I'm in a spot right now where I was helping these militia dudes take out these bandits. I got the dudes mixed up and killed some of my own people, so now that the bandits are dead, these guys are all coming after me. Whoops! That said, you can save scum in the game. If someone's on the fence based on the difficulty, there might be a steeper learning curve, but I'm confident that most people could get past that with a little practice. Like any skill, the more you do it, the better you get at it. To take a few moments to talk about the sound design, I was really impressed with that. From the music in the game to the ambient noises when you're out in the world, it's pretty damn incredible. Like, all those ambient noises that you hear when you're out and around can be pretty unnerving. And a big part of the game is avoiding anomalies. You throw screws in them, but the sound is what tells you often if you're getting really close to them, because you can't really see them well. There's some of that, you'll be talking to a quest giver and they'll just randomly start walking towards a wall. But for game-breaking bugs, I had the same thing happen twice during my 5-hour playthrough. As I was trying to manually save, the game froze and I had to restart it. That's the only game-breaking thing I had. And it did actually save my progress at that point, which was good. I didn't, lose my save or anything. One thing I really like about it is the combat. It's much different than a lot of other first-person shooters I've played. You really want to find cover. You don't want to go in guns a-blazing. Take advantage of stealth when you can. The enemy AI might be a bit janky, but make no mistake, their accuracy is really freaking good. With all things considered for this game, I'm loving it, and I hope you do too. The difficulty, jankiness, or the bugs are things that definitely haven't deterred me. If you can look past those, there's an amazing game there that's just going to get better and better with time. Well, that's all I have right now, and I'm going to go back to playing the game. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop it a like, and if you're new to the channel and you dig the content, make sure to subscribe. I'm pretty unemployed right now, so while I'm job hunting, I'm definitely going to be spending my downtime playing this, streaming this, as well as making some videos. So come hang out. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.